The system out object provides another service as well called the print method, which is similar to the print line, except it doesn't advance the line. So therefore, you can have multiple print statements and have everything appear on the same line. So here is an example of this. So the book does this countdown program where they print 3210 liftoff. Now notice that 3210 is they're using the print statement, and then they say, Houston, we have a problem. And here is the output for that. String concatenation. So the string concatenation can be done by using the plus operator. It is used to append one string to the end of the other. It can also be used to append a number to a string. A string literal cannot be broken across multiple lines in a program. So if you need to break it across multiple lines, you need to use the string concatenation. Okay, so here's an example of using string concatenation so that they can continue this second part of the string on a different line. Okay, and the program continues and they add in numbers to the string and they concatenate numbers to these strings. The plus operator is used for arithmetic operation as well. So the function that it performs depends on the type of information it operates on. So if both operands are strings, or if one is a string and the other is a number, it performs string concatenation. If both operands are numeric, it's going to add them. The plus operator is evaluated from left to right, but parentheses can be used to force order. They give an example of this with their addition, and I'll go ahead and do an example right now. So I created a Java file called string concat. I'm going to demonstrate the print method and then also string concatenation. So I saved my file as string concat.java. I'm going to create my class header, my method header, and then here is where I'm going to demonstrate the print method. I'm going to create a few lines here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and save this, compile the program, and run the program. And you can see on one line, it says test 1, 2, 3. If I were to open up this in command prompt and run Java and string concat, you can see that it's all on one line. So that's what the print method does. So it just writes everything on one line, opposed to as the print line. Like if this was made into a print line, you save, compile, run, and there is our output right here. All right, so now I'm going to demonstrate string concatenation. So the way that works is, let's just say if I had like a really, really long string. Okay, so I can save this, compile, and run, and there's nothing wrong with it. You know, Java is perfectly fine with this. But since it's so long, it makes it difficult to read. Like when I'm reading this program, I have to scroll all the way here to read this entire string. So what we can do is we can move part of this to the other line. Strings cannot continue onto the other line without concatenation. So you can't just do something like this. Save it and then compile. You'll get like all these errors. If you want to move part of your string to a different line, you're going to have to come in the middle, put the double quotes and the plus sign, and then move that part over. Okay, then come right here, put the double quotes and the plus sign, and then move that part over. I'm going to keep doing this until this entire string fits onto the screen. And there you go. Okay, and I'm going to get the exact same results as I did the last time. So Control S to save, Control 1 to compile, Control 2 to run. Same string, it's just broken up into different parts so that this line here doesn't scroll off the screen, so it fits into the screen. Okay, so some other rules about concatenation. And there's my output. Okay, so this is a string 1, 2, 3. Now let's think about what's going to happen when we do something like this. 2 here, and I want to add a 5. Now because this is a string, this 5 is going to get concatenated to this string, and the result that's going to be printed out is 25. And there's my output, 25. Now if you actually wanted to add something, then you can put the 2 and the 5, the 2 and the 5 here inside of parentheses. Now let's see what happens if we don't put the parentheses. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, compile, and run. You can see the result is still 25. It's because Java does the order of operations. So it's all a string first, and then it added 2 to this string. So this made it add 2 and 5, 2, and then it added 5 to that string, which turned out to be add 2 and 5, 25. So what we want to do, if we actually want these to get added together first before they get concatenated to the string, we're going to put parentheses on them. After we compile and run, you can see the result. It did result in 7, so that means Java did add the 2 and the 5 once we wrapped it with parentheses. So wrapping the parentheses forced the order. Now that we've discussed string concatenation, let's look at these following examples. So what do we expect from this output? So for this first line, we expect it just to be x is 25. This next line, it's going to be y is 15 plus 50, which is 65. And then this next line, we expect to see z is, it's going to put 300. It's going to concatenate z in 300, and then it's going to concatenate 50. So it's going to look like z is equal to 30,050. Here is the result. Okay, so x 25, because all we had is 25 there. And then for the y, we actually did the addition for the y, but we didn't do the addition for the z because we didn't put the parentheses there. So 300 actually got joined with this string over here first, and then the 50 got joined with it.